Howdy, Everpony. It's Applejack, and you're here with us at the Brony Barn. Clubhouse.
Hey there, everybody, and thank you for joining us again. My name is Spencer, and I am joined by the lovely Photo Finish.
Actually, it's just me, Sessa, and you are watching the season finale of the Brony Clubhouse.
Now, on today's episode, the Clubhouse staff will be reviewing their all-time favorite My Little Pony episode. And we have our video review of the highly anticipated Double Rainboom, the very first fan-made My Little Pony episode created by Zachary Rich, or also known as his online handle, Flamingo Rich.
But first, Photo Finish and the Clubhouse recently attended WonderCon, the comic book convention in Anaheim, California. Vigo.
Actually, it's fine. There's a female Joker.
WonderCon, you guys.
Everybody's having a good time.
Everybody's having a good time.
We'll see you at EQLA. Ugh.
So today we have our staff picks today, and with us is Spenser, our host for the Brony Clubhouse.
Hello. My very favorite episode of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, is A Friend Indeed, which premiered in Season 2, Episode 18. Well, the episode is a Pinkie Pie themed episode. As everybody knows, I love Pinkie Pie. I'm sporting the nice pinky tie today. The episode starts off with her doing some exercise regimen as she's babysitting the cakes. And she's just chock full of energy, ready to take on the day. And she goes through Ponyville, and she's really excited to meet all the citizens of Ponyville. She's saying hello. She wished people happy birthday. And then we're treated to what's probably one of the best songs ever heard on My Little Pony. It's the Smile song. It's got a fun, upbeat tune, a crazy, just all kinds of great animation for it. And then a citizen from Ponyville who's new comes along. His name is Cranky Doodle Donkey, or CDD. And as you know, Pinkie Pie loves to just make friends with everyone in Ponyville. Except this one is a bit tougher to crack. During her first meeting with Cranky Doodle, she did her usual high energy, you know, always happy, go luck kind of style of talking with ponies. And Cranky Doodle didn't really seem to match that same energy. He just wanted to be at peace, moving into his new home, and he wasn't there to he wasn't there to be disturbed by Pinkie Pie. But as Pinkie relentlessly pursues to be friends with Cranky Doodle, that's where the mayhem happens. The two biggest elements for the episode that really just shined for me was the song, you know, being first introduced. It was something that was way different. I mean, Pinkie Pie sings a lot in My Little Pony. She sings all the time. In season 1, she had almost a song every other episode. But this song in particular, when you listen to the song and the meaning behind the song, it's really special. You know, to have that personality trait that, you know, no matter how many friends you have, no matter what kind of friends you have, you always want to be there to make them smile. If they're feeling down, you know, you're there for them. If they're in some, you know, troubled times, they know that you'll always have their back. And I really appreciated the theme of the song. The song was just so catchy. It's up there with like Winter Wrap Up. You know, it's one of the biggest, most celebrated songs in the Brony community. And I think just the high antics of it all, the randomness, the, you know, she thinks and felt, which was a great moment for me. And from then on out, the whole episode was just, I loved it. Definitely, I think when when Pinkie burns the book of the special memories of Cranky Doodles, and she tries her very hardest to just not mess up, but the harder she tries, the more she goofs up. And it's those were the moments that did it for me, because it's like, oh, she's going through all these great lengths and she's trying so hard to win his affection. But, you know, Pinkie style, maybe not always the way to go with every pony. And so she every time she tries to help more, and she keeps goofing up, and, you know, she keeps getting more hyper and more panicky about it, and Cranky Doodle gets more upset. I mean, she even went as far as to take him to a spa, because near the beginning of the episode, he drops his wig and she mistakes it for a spider and completely goes to smash this poor wig, and she climbs up the top of the flagpole and goes, you know, this donkey is really, really bald, and everyone's looking at him, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't know what to do. And she gets him the I forget what it's called, but I think it's like the Dreamboat Special or whatever it's called, the hair that Rarity makes for him. The moments like that where the harder Pinkie tries to win his affection, the more she's goofing up, and it's just, the comedy train keeps on going with that. Those are my favorite moments. they're well, besides not being long enough, I personally wanted to find out more about. I mean, hopefully they'll cover it in a future episode, but I really like Cranky Doodle's character because he wasn't always just a cranky, mean old donkey. He was in love, and I would have liked to know more about him and his backstory. And, you know, the sucky part is that you don't see him again in any future episodes. So, I mean, we just assume that him and Matilda are definitely, you know, they're happy and they're in love. But I would have liked to have seen more emphasis on Cranky Doodle's background. But, I mean, hopefully that's a thing that can be explored in a later episode. What do you mean you didn't enjoy this episode? You must be crazy. You must be out of your mind. I think there are a few people out there who find Pinky's random, as Rainbow Dash points out, her over-the-top hyper antics. It doesn't work for a lot of people. A lot of people are maybe a bit more reserved about themselves. But I think that if you watched it the first time and you just didn't enjoy it, you maybe just didn't get the clear message from it. I understand Pinkie Pie may not be everyone's favorite character, but it's the message of the story and the song, when you go back and listen to it, is what really shines. That, you know, it's... And Pinkie Pie, you've seen in other episodes where Pinkie Pie is there for her friends. She'll do her best to help them out. She doesn't ever put herself in front of her needs. She tries to be there for everyone. And... you know, the song, if you listen to it just a couple more times, which I know I've listened to it plenty, I've seen this episode too many times, you'll come to see the truer meaning of the episode. And I don't know, maybe you might find a newfound affection for Pinkie. And I love her. I think she's great. She's a great character. Her and I are super hyper and super fun, and we always have fun things to do. And most importantly, we're always there to be for our friends. Hey there, everybody, and thank you for joining us for our very first Staff Picks, where various members of the Clubhouse will be talking about their all-time favorite My Little Pony episode. And I'm first up to bat. My favorite episode that we'll be discussing about is A Friend Indeed. I've got my lovely cast here.
So there's myself and Spencer, then Casey, Tyler, and Phileo. Would you like to start us off?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I thought was interesting about this episode was the fact that the song, Smile, 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 was actually leaked about a month before the episode actually came out. So a lot of us got a chance to listen to it, and there was a debate about whether it was actually going to be in the episode. For one thing, it was a little bit more show-tuney than anything else they've had in there, and it kind of seemed to drag out a bit, and you're thinking there's no way they're going to have what seems like a 3-minute song and put it in an episode. Sure enough, that day comes on, and Pinkie starts clicking her heels, and all of a sudden that song begins, and sure enough, it lasts the full 3 minutes. But you know what? They did such a great job with the animation in it, with playing around with Pinkie and giving her those really over-the-top expressions that they nailed it. And it came off, I think, pretty good.
It was so awesome.
Yeah, for a lot of her expressions and the animations in general, I loved a lot of those. At the end, I loved Rocket Pinkie just shooting up in the air and exploding. But on the line of animation, too, we saw something new in this episode, and that was like the felt or whatever was used when they went into Pinkie's head. And
It looks like felt.
How is she thinking? She's thinking with felt. I don't know. It's Pinkie. You can't explain Pinkie. So a lot of the animations, she had a couple adorable faces in this episode. It's been a while since we had one of those in a review, or a comment like that in a review. But
Now you're thinking with felt.
now you're thinking with felt.
Pinkie's brain is two-dimensional.
No, physics can't even
Pinkie's
wrap its
crazy.
mind around Pinkie's brain.
Pinkie's crazy brain. One breaks the fourth wall.
Well,
She's mostly insane. Sorry,
oh
I'm
my
done.
God.
Sorry.
Enough out of you. Now, speaking of Brony singing, you guys, I love the Smile song. It's pretty catchy, but Bronies sing it in public too often. At conventions, it's too often. Guys, it's overdone. Please learn a new song. You make me almost not like it. Yes, I watched the episode and I still, I groove. But please stop. Please.
They already moved on from At the Gala. What else do they got?
Pick something else, anything else.
They have
please.
like 30 songs. They could pick any one of them every time.
Oh my gosh, you
It's
guys.
like a church choir.
It's either that, At the Gala, winter wrap-up, and that's it.
I haven't even heard those.
I don't actually know the full lyrics to any of those songs. I'm so terrible.
I don't either. I only know the lyrics to Smile, Smile, Smile because you guys sing it all the time. So, yeah.
But what about the episode?
Sorry, my bad. About the episode, I thought it was hysterical. Sight gags. A+ to the storyboarders again. I actually laughed out loud when Cranky took the plant and put it on his head as his new toupee. Like, it's just so bizarre. I'm gonna take some dirt, new hat. All right. Like, okay, I've got green hair. It's cool. It's all right.
Seems
Legit.
Yeah. So overall, of course, it's a Pinkie Pie episode, so you would hope it was hysterical, and it was, and it remains hysterical on second, third, fourth viewings for me at least. And you, my dear?
I felt really bad for Cranky there for a while because Pinkie was just annoying the crap out of him for so long. It was really interesting to see all of his little tchotchkes that he moved with, and to hear a little bit about more of other places in Equestria. Philadelphia, represent.
Philadelphia.
I think that's basically all I have to say. Poor Cranky. And then happy Cranky at the end, but
Yay.
I don't think I would wish Pinkie Pie on anybody. I'm sorry. She followed him everywhere. I can't imagine how uncomfortable he must have been. Leave me alone!
I felt the same way. I forgot to mention, I felt awful when his scrapbook got destroyed. Like, I had a visceral gut reaction, like, oh my god, no! Like, if somebody did that to me, out of the house, you're gone. I don't blame him at all.
This episode was one of the first few episodes that just really, I wanted to see it again. I wanted to go back and rewatch it because every moment just got better and it got funnier for me. Between, when Pinkie first meets Cranky and she messes up his wig and then goes, hey, every pony, has anyone seen a toupee? And she just points it out like,
This pony is
really bald. It's like, oh my goodness, if I was in that situation, I would probably just melt into a puddle of people. I wouldn't know what to do. And just the side gags, like, she thinks and felt, and she was following him everywhere. She was always a step, ahead. And just, I guess the overall lesson and the theme about the episode was just something that just really kind of, it hit close to home. Just, to always be there for your friends, to always do your best to keep them smiling, keep them happy. That was something that for me was very near and dear, and I just really enjoyed it. And of course, the little love story at the end is so precious.
That was really
I love it. Cranky Doodle falls in love, but she loses her along the way, not on purpose. And then reunites with her at the end of the episode, and that was just such a heartwarming thing. And Pinkie, of all ponies, is the one that brought them together.
It was like a Cinderella story, but it took them decades to find each other again.
And just, again, it's just Pinkie of all the ponies, the most zany, crazy, insane, over-the-top hyper is the one that was able to do it because of her persistence. Yeah, she got in trouble a couple times along the way, like the poor book of memory got burst into flames. But, at the end, he found what he was looking for. He accepted her friendship, and she just, woohoo! And it was just, I've seen that episode too many times, and I absolutely love it. So, A Friend Indeed. It's my favorite all-time episode of My Little Pony. I don't think there's anything that's going to top that one for a while. And so, we will be back next time with another staff member to talk about his or her favorite episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. We'll see you for the next staff pick.
Bye, guys.
Hey there everyone, and thank you for joining us for our video review of Double Rainboom. For those who don't know, Double Rainboom is the first full-length fan-made episode that was created by Zachary Rich. It was part of a final project for him at the Savannah College of Art and Design. Now, fair warning, this review is not spoiler free. So if you haven't watched it, pause this, go watch it, and then come back, because we have a great review for you guys. We don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but enough stalling. Without further ado, let's go and get into this.
All right, joining us today, we have Rina-chan, who voices Twilight Sparkle in Double Rainboom, as well as Casey and Tyler. You want to start us off?
Yeah, I loved a lot of the sound work, a lot of the audio cues and whatnot. Especially my favorite was the bass drop during the Double Rainboom. Like, whenever I hear that and anything I watch, I always get chills. I don't know why, it's just awesome. There were a couple odd moments for me where like voiceovers, like grunts of agreement or just surprised gasps that could have been in there, or just other audio things. So I think they were lacking kind of near the end, I thought. But other than that, I did enjoy it. My favorite reference, and I think everyone should pick one, Blue. I don't know why, I love Blue. Of all the references, that was my favorite.
Oh gosh, there were a lot of references to other movies and animation. My gosh, this episode was chock full of them. That's kind of what it was all about to me. It was just an episode full of sight gags, though there wasn't so much going on with the writing, and I guess that makes sense if you're working on animation, maybe. So my favorite, though, was the Back to the Future reference with the rainbow tire fire things. Rainbow fire. That was really funny. Although I did appreciate in the city of Townsville.
Yes.
Yeah, city of Townsville, there was a street sign that was the corner of Faust and McCracken, and I thought that was pretty cool. It was off in the background. It's like, hey, look! So that was pretty cool. I laughed. Oh! Mando Pony! Andy Stein did a fantastic job with the score. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was appropriate all 22 minutes through, so good job.
Yay. Go Mando.
What'd you think?
Well, I really enjoyed the animation. I thought it was super well done, and I was really impressed that this team of people, mostly from this college, were able to come together and create something like this. I really enjoyed the music, as you said. I would have liked to see a little more in terms of dialogue, because as you mentioned, there wasn't a whole lot of dialogue, but I could be biased saying that as a voice actress. I understand why the Powerpuff Girls crossover was done. I honestly would have preferred if they just stuck to making it like a My Little Pony episode, because I would have liked to see some of what they did with the other characters. I would have liked to see, some more with maybe some of the background ponies, for example, that we don't get to see in the actual show. Well, yeah, I mean, I would like to see a Colgate episode or something like that. But aside from that, I thought it was pretty well done.
I really felt like the writing was kind of put on a back burner, and not exactly thrilled with that. The animation, again, was, like you guys have said, was really good. I think that there was something a little off about the art style, so it wasn't 100% show accurate. I can't quite put my finger on it. Something about the eyes. But yeah, I mean, it was funny. It was fun to watch. I did love catching the references. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there may have been a Sherlock Holmes reference. There was a house number that was 221 Baker Street, maybe? Probably my favorite reference, though, was actually in the same frame as the Faust McCracken sign. It had the White Lotus tile, the Pie Show tile from Avatar: The Last Airbender series.
Avatar.
And I freaked out. I was like, I mean, on the whole, I enjoyed it, but I really wish they had fleshed it out a little bit better with the writing. What do you think?
Well, I think that Zachary Rich and his production crew did just a fantastic job of taking an idea and just making it as outrageous as possible. The Powerpuff Girls, My Little Pony crossover is definitely something I really like. I mean, I've been watching a lot of the cartoons that are referenced, all from like Cartoon Network and even older than that. Like when she crossed over to the Cartoon Network dimension and then go back to the hub, I appreciated so much of just the homages and all the little things, just little signs, little things here. They reference this. They had a thing, you know. They had troll faces in there. The animation was brilliant. I think that's almost the closest someone has ever gotten to making this show. It's almost there, but there's a little bit of parts in the animation where you go, okay, I know that's not Hasbro. This isn't Hasbro's work. But you know, as I said with Snowdrop, they came really, really close. The thing that kind of bothered me was, I think we were all just kind of leaning towards, is the writing. There wasn't enough of it. It's not what they had was bad. It was just lacking. And it felt like they decided to go more with the animation aspect than the writing. But you know, it is for an animation class after all. And I just wish there would have been more. There was, you know, more words, more people talking. You know, there was moments where it was just, you can just hear the music. Oh, which the music was fantastic. Mando Pony, congrats to you, Sarah, because I really love the music through and through. I wish there was a soundtrack for this that they released later. And I'm hoping that Zachary Rich comes out with more creations like this. I mean, even if it's not My Little Pony, because I really did like how, you know, the animation, the voice work was awesome. Whoever, I think it was Eileen Montgomery, Bubbles, and this talented Rina-chan here, they did such a good job. Bubbles' voice was just spot on. I was just like, oh god, she's so cute. And the scene with Derpy was so good. I love the scene with Derpy with the muffins and it's so good. All in all, I poor Derpy. She didn't even get her muffin. Poor thing. But all in all, I thought it was a very well done project. I think we got what we were waiting for. Beyond the writing that wasn't all there, I liked it. It was a good project, and you know what? If you don't get an A, man, something wrong up at that college. But any final comments or thoughts?
I had a question for Rina.
Oh, sure.
Having worked on the project, was it what you expected in the end?
Yeah, a lot of it was a surprise to me too, getting to see the final product. I did see things like storyboards mostly when I was in the process of recording my lines. I did know about the crossover. I mean, the cast and crew kind of knew about that from the beginning, but we actually had to sign NDAs, so we couldn't tell anyone what happened because obviously they didn't want it to be spoiled for everyone. So I knew it was coming, but I couldn't say anything.
And she didn't. She'd not say a word until the live stream while it was happening. Good job to you.
As soon as we saw Powerpuff Girls, we went, oh my god, there's Powerpuff Girls!
I can't believe they're doing this.
She knew all along.
Good job.
I enjoyed it. I want to watch it again now. But we want to know what you guys thought. If you guys have seen Double Rainboom, be sure to leave some feedback, some comments, what you liked, what you didn't like, and maybe suggestions for another episode. Leave them in the comment section below. We want to hear what you guys think. So this has been our video review of Double Rainboom, which is out now. Go and check it out. We'll have a link for the video below in the description box. Go check it out. It's awesome.
So awesome!
Woo! And we'll see you guys for the next video review. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Woo-woo! The Brony Clubhouse would like to thank all of its viewers for joining us here for Season 1.
And be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube where you can see our previous episodes.
Now for my gamers out there, if you still haven't joined in on the action, we host gaming live streams every Tuesday and Thursday over on Twitch TV. So be sure to come by and check us out.
Just a reminder, Equestria LA is coming up at the Anaheim Marriott, May 10th through 12th. Buy a badge, book a room. If you book through the convention, you get a discount, but the perks associated with that are for a limited time only, so you better do it soon.
And the Brony Clubhouse will come back for Season 2, and we'll see you at Equestria LA. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Everyone's having a good time.
Everyone's having a good time. Everyone's having a good time.
Season 2, y'all.
What were you doing to Tyler?
Not a damn thing.
What was Tyler doing to Spenser?
Not a damn thing. And be sure to follow us on Twitter.